Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. Today we're looking at what could be one of the best college football games ever produced. We're going to be checking this game out front to back and seeing what features made it so good, and if any of those features should be brought to the new college football game. NCAA Football 2010 would hit stores July 14th of 2009. After football fans were let down by NCAA Football 2009, EA had to respond, and boy did they ever, bringing us a pile of new changes as well as improving the gameplay to make it feel a lot more alive and better than ever. For anyone that's been a fan of the NCAA franchise, they know some of the older games had really smooth and nice running mechanics. I feel like this game offers that old style arcade feel where players feel fast and nimble on their feet. Just off the gameplay mechanics and user control, this game is still playable in the current year. So now let's take a look at some of the features and updates this game got. This would be the first year we'd see the team builder added to the NCAA franchise. This would be something that would stay for the next few years to come. This would be huge for anyone wanting to design their own team or upload a legendary roster. Along with this, we'd also get more uniform options, being able to customize before the game on what uniform you wanted your team to wear. The Campus Legend mode from years previous would become Road to Glory. This would become an extremely popular mode for NCAA football fans. Along with the new Road to Glory mode, we'd also get a new commentator. That's right, Erin Andrews would join the team. She would commentate not only your whole high school playoffs, but into your collegiate career, as well as in Expedition and Dynasty mode. She'd also do injury updates from the sideline. This brings me to my next point on commentary. Most of the commentary and lines would stay the same, but it's still nice having 3 guys in the booth and 1 on the sideline. We definitely need to hear more voices and different acting lines in College Football 25, because hearing the same one over every time you almost throw a pick or come to almost fumble just gets a little bit annoying. Like I talked about before, the actual gameplay feels really nice and smooth in this, and running the ball is more fun than ever. To me, this game brings the most balance between offense and defensive lines. They'll line up statistically, and if your offensive line is good, they'll open up holes for you to run straight down, and being able to find the gap feels way better than it did in 2008. There's really no more satisfying feeling than when your offensive line is manhandling a defense and you can go on a 15-play, 7-minute drive. This game would also bring a full list of animations as well as redone stadiums, which is big, and it's really them little things that make college football games so good. Players would get all kinds of new celebrations. However, the feature that after you score a touchdown and you can run in the end zone, it was still in the game. This would get very annoying after roughly 4 touchdowns and you just want to run out of the back of the end zone or find a player to cue the animation. Dynasty mode in NCAA 2010 would be back and more fun than ever. This would be the first game I personally would spend hours recruiting on, trying to go out and get that player. The way they'd make recruiting so much fun was you'd have quick calls as well as full-on calls. This meant you had to get to know the recruit and figure out what he was interested in. Then you could pitch if your school offered that or didn't. You could also go after colleges that were pursuing him and downplay some of their facilities or certain things that he cared about. You could also set up what week you wanted them to come visit, so if you had a big home game, you could bring a bunch of recruits in just like in real life. Also knowing when to offer a scholarship made it fun and not just another part of the dynasty that I'd normally simulate. Another plus side that makes this college football game stand out is what teams are actually involved inside of it. Being based off the 2009 season, we'd get legendary teams such as Alabama going 14-0, Texas with Colt McCoy, Tim Tebow at Florida, and the undefeated Boise State. College football definitely had a different feel back then, and I believe this game captures it perfectly. So I want to thank you guys for watching 2010, and we'll catch you in 2011.